got the rest of our lives for the rest of our lives.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. This is a team that may be out of the playoff chase at this point, but they're an organization with a ton of pride. And they'll be playing hard all the way to the final whistle of the final game, no matter where they are in the standings. It's the Steelers going up against the Dolphins. With that, let's head on down to Miami, where we'll hand it over to the two men calling our game. That's Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Larry, it was a little late in getting here, but autumn has arrived on a beautiful November day in Miami, Florida. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Miami Dolphins. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell, and he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. On your screen now, here are the offensive starters. At wideout, Antonio Brown is certainly someone that the defense always has to account for.
Without a doubt, a true #1 receiver. It doesn't matter to him how defenses want to cover him. He sees it as a challenge and knows how to defeat them.
Shift together here from the D-line. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now big hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Well, there they went blitz defensively, Charles, and things were paved well coming from the linebacker position.
I love the way that you described it, paved well. Oftentimes, the guy who gets home on the blitz, he's going to get all the credit. But his teammates did all the dirty work, right? They ran into people on purpose. They sometimes tugged on jerseys to hold linemen to create space and gaps. And that play finished off really, really well. Well conceived, well designed, and even better executed.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll go again with Bell. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Brown, the lone receiver, left. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. This is caught by Antonio Brown. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And connection number 1 there on the game, Roethlisberger to Boney Tony. Antonio Brown, that's what his high school teammates used to call him.
I wonder what they would call him now.
More muscular, more successful Boney Tony Brown, right?
I'd say you're probably right. It may be all of that. They'll still call him Boney Tony, but Ben Roethlisberger calls him my #1 target.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Hurry up, let's go! Jack 16.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. And the slot man goes in motion left. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Brown, the lone receiver, left. To throw here, Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. Having an effective short passing game, one of their main concern coming into this one, right there, able to hit the D with a quick strike and a 1st down.
And you're able to put that into your game plan when you see that there's space to throw the football. A lot of defenses don't want to play press coverage or tight coverage. They'll play backed off, and sometimes those cornerbacks will bail out really fast and really get deep, and that allows you to throw the quick game underneath, and they took advantage of it.
They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long that he's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did a really nice job of communicating and executing.
First down and goal, the offense knocking on the door. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. On second down, Roethlisberger. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here.
All right, here we go.
On the give, this is their fullback. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Gun. All right, here we go.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now 3rd down, less than a yard. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he's got some space here. Give him 27 yards that time. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
When big plays occur, offensive coordinators can do one of 2 things. They can come right back to the same play saying, defense, you've seen it, but you can't stop it. Or they file it away and bring it out.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are in for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And he'll bang that one through. Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better. On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And he comes back with one complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
What's fun to watch is these college receivers transitioning into the NFL and how they grow as route runners. Because a lot of times now in the college game, the spread offenses, there aren't that many routes that they're actually running. Most of the time, they're just trying to find open space and present themselves to the quarterback as easy targets. But in the NFL, you've got to run the entire route tree, and you've got to run it well if you expect to get open.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On second down, it's Bell. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
Now it's Franks following the made field goal to send it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Malik Collins in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And they're going to speed things up here. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll come out in the pistol. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Man open left side is Brown. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Defense has to stand tall here, 3rd and 1. They come up with 1 running back. That's Bell. On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. And he will find his man on the outside. And now the rookie's free. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Detroit! Now let's go!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Here we go!
They'll throw now on the final play. Surveying the field. Trying to lay one up. It's caught inside the 25. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the 1st half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So the 2 teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando, and with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Larry So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Now let's go.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll set up to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old-school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college. With all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
He's able to get 6, a nice pickup down to the 21.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front, they moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
2nd and goal to go now. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. No. Check. Patriot. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed, near the goal line, on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That was a good, forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well. And we saw on that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
2nd down following the run. Again, it's Bell. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. He's going to air one out. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
And on 2nd and 10 now. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. A good balanced attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
guy, what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. They're going to look to throw. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Quarterbacks like throwing the slant route, but they have to be careful about ball placement. They have to put it in a spot that makes sure the receiver has his body in front of the defender.
One receiver left, 2 to the right. Now on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! Blue, no, check.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now on 3rd, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
And Frank's kick is good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he's got room. And he'll cut it to the right sideline. It's a big run that time by Bell. 47 yards on the ground. So he rips off a great run and shows you why this year he's top 10 in rushing in the league.
And looks like he's trying to move up fast on the leaderboard, doesn't he? Top 10, looks like he's running to get into the top 5.
So the run gets him the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They come out here in the eye. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Man open left side is Brown. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. So they're going to go for 2. Roethlisberger looking to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And all the way down to the 35. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like it.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now a play fake here on first down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to have the football back as the third quarter comes to an end. Back now in Miami. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Another pistol look here. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. This will be caught by Brown. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to loft one. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They're going to look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Out of the gun now on third down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. Here's Matt Darr now, standing just outside his own goal line. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So a defensive brain lapse there and an encroachment penalty.
Sometimes when you don't watch the football and make sure that it's snapped, you're watching the offensive player, and they can influence you occasionally and look like they're getting ready to move, and the officials don't detect it.
A give to Bell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger throwing the slant pattern here, complete. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a first down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Here's Roethlisberger.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Brown, the lone receiver, left. Now Roethlisberger to throw. A screen to Bell. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by him and setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
On third down, Roethlisberger. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Roth, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Now let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now. He's at the 50, 30, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up
It's
significantly,
skyrocketed.
right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Franks now on to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. This is Bell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains. Fresh set of downs here.
Now, that run is one to build on, and I know it sounds like a cliche and it seems like a simple thing, but truthfully, coaches are always looking for something to pull out of a tough day. And right now, this team has had one of those. So that run there, I guarantee that's a clip and save as they move forward and look towards the next game. And he'll tell his team, this is what we're looking for. This is what we planned for. Let's have more of this to start games as opposed to getting it at the end.
And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Like 80. Left. 4 down.
The motion man here, Fleener.
No spacing.
Shift together here from the D-line. The give is to Bell. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Dolphins,